what have you gleaned from those experiences and, in how you are now launching with Genesis?
Oh, just to stay determined, stay motivated. It gives me a different level of motivation to just keep working, because the people out there really need reggae music, and when I over there and see the people from California, the people from St. Louis, the people from Vermont, in remote areas in different states in the US, they're like, they're enjoying the music, and I'm like, this me really there doing, I actually love it. So yeah, man, I enjoy it, definitely,
And you just completed a 30 show
30
tour?
show.
Yes, which is crazy to me.
Councillors in the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation are hopping mad after getting confirmation that the monthly rental for the corporation at the new Morant Bay Urban Centre is set to balloon by, check this, $10 million per month. Yes, and they are most displeased. I'm going to have a conversation this evening with one member of the municipal corporation and also get the views of the Member of Parliament for Western St. Thomas, James Roberts. This is the Friday edition of Lead Story. Let's start the show. Welcome to Lead Story on this Friday. So good to have you with us. Thank you for the support and thank you for the feedback on the platforms as you consume this show. Well. So municipal matters are what will be discussed this evening, specifically the issue concerning the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation and what councillors say is the vulgar explosion in the price at which the municipality will have to rent accommodations to conduct the business of the corporation. The word is that as things stand now, where the municipal corporation has set up shop, the monthly rental is about $300,000. When they move to the Morant Bay Urban Centre, which was opened by the Prime Minister, the rent to use the relatively palatial surroundings, because of course, given the difference in quality and standard of the new digs at the urban center compared to where they are, the urban center is palatial in comparison to what they are using now. So when they move into those palatial surroundings, the rent will move, we're being told, to $10.3 million per month. Now I wanted to listen to the numbers closely because I have to verify them with my first guest this evening. As things stand now, the municipal corporation pays $300,000 monthly for rental. $300,000 times 12, the annual rent, 12 months for the year, 3 12 36, so you're talking about $3.6 million. Now, with a situation where you're going to the Morant Bay Urban Centre, the municipal corporation moves to the Morant Bay Urban Centre, that rent will now be $123.6 million. It's astonishing. And so when you look at the numbers on paper, you have to wonder if someone got their sums wrong, if there's a wrong zero or there are additional zeros added to the total that ought not to be there, because it is unbelievable that the rental to conduct the business of the people can jump by so much, notwithstanding the fact that the municipal corporation will be moving to ultra-modern facilities. And so, first guest this evening is the PNP councillor for the White Horses Division in St. Thomas, the former mayor of Morant Bay, Hubert Williams. I'm being told by my producer, though, to take the break before I come back and speak with Councillor Williams. So I've set it up nicely, I hope. This is Lead Story on CVM TV. More after these.
Ready to take the next step? With the UWI Global Campus, your future is just a click away, no matter where you are in the world. Choose from flexible online and blended degrees, plus continuing and professional education programs, all at your own pace. Join a global network of leaders, innovators, and change makers, all backed by the prestige of a top-ranked regional university. The UWI Global Campus. Connect, learn, succeed.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi, brought to you by Grace and
Back with us here on Lead Story on CVM TV. So again, let me put the numbers on the table. The St. Thomas Municipal Corporation, the councillors, hopping mad. They say their rent to work, do the business of the people of St. Thomas is set to move exponentially, set to increase exponentially when they move from their current location to office space at the new Morant Bay Urban Center, which is being built at a cost of $6 billion and it's well on its way to completion. The word is that currently they spend $300,000 monthly to cover rent. That's $3.6 million per year. But they say they have confirmed, the councillors, that when they go to the Morant Bay Urban Center, the monthly rental will move to $10.3 million, which makes it $123.6 million that they'll have to pay each year for rent. It is astonishing. It is unbelievable. I'm turning now to the man, one of the men who occupy a seat inside the municipal corporation in St. Thomas, or one of the individuals, because men and women are there, Hubert Williams, and he's the councillor for the White Horses Division, former mayor of Morant Bay. Good evening, Councillor Williams.
Good evening to you and to your listeners.
And my viewers. This is TV, of course.
Oh,
yeah?
TV.
That's fine.
Oh,
yes, here you go. Councillor Williams, am I telling the people of Jamaica, am I giving them the right information about the current rent and the new rental when you go to the urban center?
Yes, correct. Right now we're paying a little bit less than $300,000, and going to the new urban center, we're expected to pay $10.3 million each month.
For what?
Well, I guess for the new facility. And I just can't understand it. You know, I was on behind the headlines a while ago, and Ian was asking me, but is it not a better place? I said, yes, maybe more comfortable, but not for that amount of money. That comfort don't worth the money that we are asked to pay. And we just can't, even if we want to pay it, we just don't have that type of money to pay.
Clearly not. But before we get to that advanced stage of the discussion, let's track back a little bit, Councillor Williams. Where does the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation currently do its business from? Where's the office?
The office is at a complex called the Open Company Complex in Morant Bay itself.
And for how long has it been situated there, the offices of the St. Thomas MC?
Well, it has been there about from 2007, because the original place was the old courthouse. And that place was owned by the corporation, the parish council then. But there was a fire that burned it down, and
yes.
Because of that, the courthouse and the municipal building have to be relocated. So that's when we get into rental agreement.
So you owned your own space before 2007. We all remember that fire. And since 2007, you've been paying rent at this facility that you're currently at?
Exactly.
Okay. And you say rent is approximately, give or take a few $1,000s, $300,000 monthly.
Yeah, a little less.
A little, yeah, round about that. Okay. As things stand, is the corporation struggling to pay this approximately $3.6 million per year for rent?
Yes, very important question. We can barely pay that 300, or little less than 300,000 each month. We are struggling to pay that.
Because the next question is, we all know how a municipal corporation is funded through property taxes and fees and so forth that are collected at the local level, parking fees, market fees, and so forth. So for you to be shelling out approximately $300,000 per month for rent monthly is stretching you, because the intake, I'm assuming, is not that great in terms of tax collection and fee collection. Am I right?
You're so right. Because remember, every section or every category of money that the council receive, it's allocated for a specific use. So normally we use what is called own source revenue to pay our rent. That is our building fee, permits, and so forth and so forth. And you have to remember, like example, when we speak about market,
Yes.
we have to understand, that it's really a social function,
Yes.
because the markets are not profitable.
Yes.
I don't think there's a single market in Jamaica this far, but I can tell you, there's no market in Center, man.
Yes, that is profitable. Yes.
Profitable.
Yes.
Remember, I used to be the mayor. So
Yes, you would know the numbers. So the point you're making, Mayor, is that the revenue numbers aren't strong to start with.
They're just not strong.
Yes. All right. So, but have you gone to the new space at the urban center to see what it is that you're being asked to pay $10 million per month for? How much more space will you occupy? What is the description of the facilities that you'll now be occupying?
All right. In terms of space, of course, we're going to get more space. That's not a doubt. We're going to get more space. The space is a newer space as well. We're going to have to build out the space, though. So we're going to have to, this is an open space right now, and then we're going to have to use drywall and whatever and turn it into what we want it to be. So that's another big spending. We're looking at somewhere, let's say about maybe upward of $3 million to do that, somewhere up there, to build it out. No, it's more than that. Don't quote me on the amount.
Yeah, because I was going to say to you that based on the size of the space, you're going to need a lot more than $3 million to retrofit it for the purposes of the corporation.
Yes.
All right.
It's going to be a lot more than that.
Yes.
So don't quote me on that.
Very well. So let me ask you though, Councillor, what was your understanding before you got confirmation of this fee? Was it your understanding that the corporation would be moved to this new urban center and occupy space free of charge?
That was my belief. Because, all right, I can't understand the state going to own a property and going to rent it to another government entity. I couldn't understand that. Or even if it's going to be, there's going to be a cost to it, it's going to be a minimal one. That's what I believe. That was what in my head. So when we get this document, and we recognize that it's $10.3 million per month, we said to the CEO at the time, this can't be true, this can't be accurate. Some zero, something gets slipped up here. So we asked her to reply to the document by asking for confirmation of these numbers. The next finance committee meeting I went to, we get the thing confirmed that, oh, this is accurate, this is what it's going to be.
So I'm still flabbergasted, to tell you the truth. So all right, so $10.3 million is the new rent. Is there bipartisan rejection of this new monthly rental when you move over?
There is silent bipartisan rejection of it, because in committee meeting, every single council on both sides of the aisle make it clear that we can't afford it. This type of rent. Remember, even if a person want to play politics, they didn't have a choice. They couldn't come up with a different conclusion, because at the end of the day, they know, every member there, meaning the 10 councillors, they know that we just can't afford it. So even if they want to go there, they know we just can't afford it because we are struggling.
Let me ask you, in your time as mayor and in your time being attached to the council, has the council ever collected $100 million in revenue in any one year?
Well, I doubt it seriously. I really, really doubt it in terms of own source. I doubt it, but you know, I don't want to. I don't remember all the figures off the top of my head, so I really want to go.
Well, I can tell you, Councillor, I can tell you that for a municipal corporation the size of St. Thomas, I myself am struggling to recall any period where your own source revenue and even coupled with allocations from the parent ministry local government would have seen you with money to spend to the tune of $120 million in any one year.
Yeah, but the bottom line, and you have to remember also that when we talk about own source revenue, there's a lot of things the own source revenue have to cover.
Yes.
So it's not like it's just 100% for paying rent. No,
yes.
There's so much function
yes.
that would depend on the own source revenue
yes.
to carry out to finance.
Hold it right there for us. We're going to take a quick time signal, just keeping you for another minute afterwards. This is Lead Story speaking with Hubert Williams, PNP Councillor for the White Horses Division in the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation. More after this.
Is paving the way to becoming a republic or future or choice. The time by the Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs is
6:45. Millions of people are attacked by harmful mouth bacteria. The root cause of bad breath, gum problems, cavities, plaque, and tartar. That's why Colgate combined the best science and technology in Colgate Total. Unlike others, its superior formula fights bacteria and creates a powerful protective barrier for up to 24 hours to prevent them from coming back. Take control of your oral health with Colgate Total.
This July, the world turns to Jamaica
for the Caribbean Investment Forum, the region's premier investment event.
From July 29 to 31, the Montego Bay Convention Center comes alive
with global thought leaders, exclusive investment opportunities, high-impact deal-making sessions.
Are you ready to invest in the Caribbean's future? Book now at CaribbeanInvestmentForum.com.
Let's shape a smart, green, connected Caribbean. July 29 to 31, Montego Bay. Powered by Caribbean Export, Government of Jamaica, Jampro, EU, CARICOM, Republic Bank, and
Welcome back to Lead Story here on CVM TV. The word out of St. Thomas is that the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation, which currently rents facilities in Morant Bay to the tune of about $300,000 per month, which makes their annual rental about $3.6 million. They say that when they move to the Morant Bay Urban Center, the rent will skyrocket to $123.6 million. And they say, obviously, the corporation does not have it. And they say there is bipartisan rejection of this increase in the monthly rental. So, Councillor Williams, may I ask you this as I wrap up? The obvious question then is,
I can hardly hear you.
Are you compelled to move? Does the corporation have to move to the Morant Bay Urban Center?
Well, all right. Important question. I want to say this. It was never the councillors who get into a deal with Factories Corporation. It was from the local government ministry. So we were never a part of the negotiation. Never, none, not at all. Because one period, remember, I was the mayor, so I can tell you that. So we were never a part of the negotiation. It was done from the ministry standpoint. So they're the one who said they want to move us to a location. Before that, we have a piece of land that was earmarked to build a county building on. At a more even centralized location.
All right.
Where the town center is now, where the urban center is.
Yes. Because the reason I asked you the question as well, Councillor Williams, I wanted to know if your landlord had given you notice to leave.
No, our landlord did not give us notice. But let me say something to you. And I want Jamaica to understand it. This is one of the biggest scams that will ever get St. Thomas. Because they advertise this project as a one-stop shop. That's how they get us in it, you know. It's going to be a one-stop shop. So a lot of government agencies will be here, such as the court, such as the tax office, such as the Municipal Corporation, NIS, etc. So they advertise it that, residents will be able to come and they don't have to move from there to there or there to there. So it sounds good. But what they're doing when they're doing that is to ensure that these investors would have guaranteed revenue from the government, from government entities. So they will collect maybe $60 million just from the government entities that are there.
Yeah.
So that means that even if the private sector,
yeah.
the private businesses in the space can't pay the rent.
I hear you.
It is to guarantee.
Yeah. All right. I have to leave it now, Hubert Williams, but will you be resisting the move then at these new rental rates? Will you say, leave us where we are until such time?
Well, and that's what we are saying. Leave us where we are. We have land. Allow us to those. We can get a mortgage and, build a nice building there, and we will not be paying nowhere near $10.3 million per month.
Hear you on that. Thank you for your time this evening, Councillor Williams. All the best.
Thank you.
Hubert Williams, PNP Councillor for the White Horses Division in the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation. We're trying now to make a connection with the Member of Parliament for Western St. Thomas, James Robertson, a senior member of the ruling Jamaica Labour Party, for his perspective and what the councillors, what he's getting from the ground, from the municipal level, insofar as the reaction to this proposed rental for the municipal corporation's offices to be relocated to the building that the Factories Corporation of Jamaica, FCJ, is completing, where the urban centre is concerned. I still am in disbelief, because at $123.6 million per year, rental for one entity, so in 10 years, if the rent is held steady, and you would imagine, I think there was something in the report that said there is a percentage increase annually. More than likely, the percentage increase is just in line with inflation. The BOJ's band is 4 to 6% per annum. I saw something that may have said 7%, so it's just outside. So I still can't believe the numbers. The numbers are just too big to believe for something like this. We have James Robertson now, the Member of Parliament for Western St. Thomas, asking him to react to this news. Councillor Williams, White Horses Division, just said that he and his colleagues have confirmed that the rent that the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation will pay when it moves from where it is now to the new Morant Bay Urban Centre, the rent will move from $300,000 per month to $10.3 million per month. James Robertson, you're a man used to big numbers. Are those numbers true?
I cannot confirm. I cannot say nothing about those numbers. I'm not aware of it. A Member of Parliament would never be a part of a negotiation or have knowledge of those facts. And you know that. So I have never heard a figure. So I could never comment.
Yeah, well, I asked in terms of the fact that, I mean, your ears are to the ground and you would be close enough to officialdom to know. But all right, here's the other question then.
No, 1 second, let me repeat.
Yes.
I have not heard of any such figure. I'm not aware of any negotiation. I would never have been present.
Hear you on that. Hear you on that. In terms of the new Morant Bay Urban Centre, was it your understanding, though, MP, that the government offices to provide services to the people of St. Thomas at various levels, that there would be any charge for them to use those facilities? Was that your understanding?
Yes, it would never have been free, could never have been free. You can't develop anything. The Factory Corporation of Jamaica operates on commercial basis. And I can only tell you, at this hour, St. Thomas, Paul Bogle's country, 160 years of underinvestment, when they burnt 100 homes down, and if it was 1,000, I can't recall. I mean, when they burnt out hundreds and hundreds of people, black people, 160 years ago, it led to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. It led to a lot of things changing in this country. It led to possibly the stability that we enjoy with our democracy. It has led to a lot of things. And we are, for the first time, getting our fair share in terms of development, and I can tell you, every minute in the East now is a day of pleasure compared to the past. The bridges that are being built, that have been built, the roads, even the connectivity, digital connectivity, everything is different.
Well, let me ask you.
You should see thousands of people driving and riding bicycles to enjoy the East.
Yes.
Somewhere that was locked.
Yes,
and blocked without development.
There's no doubt that the East is back after decades of underrepresentation and underinvestment. But I ask you this, in the context of what you say is information you do not have at this point. Do you expect that those government offices that will provide services to the people of St. Thomas, that the rates that they will have to pay to so do will not be outside of their reach? Do you have that understanding that that will be the situation? James Robertson? We seem to have lost him. Pity. It's almost time to wrap, so that would have been an important question. He says he's not aware of the figures surrounding the rental for the St. Thomas Municipal Corporation. He has no knowledge of the figures. But he says...
Why would you... I'm hearing you.
Oh, right. So I put the question to you just now. Is it your understanding that whatever rates are charged to these government offices to provide services to the people of St. Thomas, that these rates will not be outside of the reach of these entities?
I couldn't comment on that. What is the reach? Who determines that?
Well,
when you have had no courthouse for your people, for centuries or for a century, no good courthouse. When you had development, underinvestment, let me say this to you. We are looking forward to the government service.
No.